Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. So in today's video, I wanted to go through my top 5 things that I wish I knew sooner in the game, because I have been humbled quite nicely a few times in the comment section of people telling me things that I completely missed in the game. And I want to recap some of these things along with crucial things that I didn't know early days whilst playing through the PTR servers and stuff like that, that maybe some of you have missed along the way. Also, we did hit our next breakpoint in the daily login event to get our next epic, so we will go ahead and pop that at the end as well for a little bit of fun. So the first one I'm going to cover is something that I actually got told in the comments in my last video, and I don't know how I missed that, so I want to show you guys. Also, we are in Trial of Abyss now as well, but I was doing some boss battles and I was changing the levels of my characters. Now you may say, but Vulcan, you idiot, I've got all my characters above 240 and they just all stay at the same level. Just keep in mind, we're going to have seasons which have their own levels, so this will apply to everyone. If you didn't know this, this one's actually a good time saver for me, because I do this all the time where I want to change the levels. Now, this little tab over here, I use all the time to check targeting. I always normally have enemy targeting on. Sometimes I will check my allies targeting as well, but I always have this on. I never realized what this one here did. This allows you to go into a quick menu where you can then switch the levels of your characters if you want to. I had always, even till this point, this is kind of embarrassing, but till this point, I had still been exiting out, going to my characters, swapping them, because it happens all the time when you go into boss battles, then back into AFK stages. This is a lifesaver. This is super quick, super easy, great quality of life. I can't believe I opened this menu just about every battle, and I've never clicked that button. So massive shout out to, I can't remember who it was, and I couldn't find the comment, but someone in the comments put this, and a massive shout out to you for letting me in on that one. Now, the next one that I wanted to go into is going to be over here in the auto combat settings. I did make a video on this one when I found out about it, but for anyone that still doesn't know, when I go into combat and you can see the individual cogs on all my characters, that is this setting, optional per battle. This is a huge one. I know I've made a whole video on this actual button itself, but if you still don't do it, make sure you do this, because this is so good, especially when we get into Trial of Abyss, which I will cover later, which I will heavily use Odie on. So I've been testing this one with this, but this is what I'll do here, change his levels up, then we'll swap out. And with Odie especially, and I'll do a whole video covering these teams and stuff, but you want to have this dude on manual, specifically himself, so you can choose the target that you are actually executing. It is such a clutch thing to be able to manual one character and just have their cog going and everyone else still play on auto, so that you can focus down those characters that you really need to focus down. I'm obviously going to wipe here, but you guys get the gist. It allows you to play one character on manual and have them manually operated so that you can really target what you need to do. Works the same with things like Cecilia using her ultimate to hit a specific area. Often when you're using Cecilia and Coco, you want Coco to wait on her ultimate till Cecilia puts Carlisle out so that Coco will buff Carlisle. There's a bunch of those things, but that is a really nice feature that can help out a lot. And that, once again, was something that someone told me in the comments, probably in launch week, around a week after launch, I found that one out. The next one I want to talk about is PvP related. Now, I have been pretty cruisy and I may do a full PvP video, but basically on my server, I've been pretty lucky. I've just been smacking people lower level than me, not carrying, just climbing up. Then I hit champion, and once I hit champion, now we get our levels evened out. I can't actually show you a battle just because I've used all my attacks, even my refreshes. But once you get to champion, the levels start evening out and it becomes a lot more about strategy. And someone in the comments, once again, this was in a video a while back, gave me the strategy, which we'll just go into a normal combat scenario to show you guys. But this is super clutch for free-to-play PvP that works super well, and it's been getting me so many wins. So essentially what the strategy is if you're running, a lot of people will have Cecilia and Odie as their main units. Now, basically with this strategy, you run Rainier in your team and you run this artifact. And what this does, it allows you to say, let's say you want to pinpoint where the enemy's DPS is. Say this was the enemy's DPS or their real threatening unit. You'd go like this, you'd group them up. Now, I always avoid using Rowan in this type of formation. Once again, this is related to PvP. I just don't have any PvP attacks to show it, but this is the same principle here. But normally I don't like running Rowan because Rowan gives Odie the potion too fast, which makes him ult on the front row enemy. Whereas when you do this strategy, this artifact makes your back row unit immune to the teleport, but we still teleport the enemy close by. And then you've got 2 DPS there that can tap them. Odie takes about 3 seconds, gets his ult, and then they get one shot. It is the best way to snipe an enemy character in PvP. Only works in arena offense, but it is so clutch and it's got me so many wins super easily. So that is like a fantastic strategy that someone told me in the comments, and I absolutely love it. So you can see my Cecilia didn't get teleported. The enemy still got teleported. Odie puts his execute on them, and then we're going to tap them. Obviously, if this was in PvP, the enemies would have a lot less health and it would go a lot smoother, but you guys get the gist. It's a pretty solid strategy that I absolutely love, and like I said, it's been getting me so many wins. And once again, just a massive shout out to the comments section. And once again, if you guys have anything else to let me know, anything cool you found in the game, please leave it in the comments. I love reading comments and finding out cool strategies or like just simple mechanics in the game or features of the game that I didn't know, like those previous ones that we talked about. The next one is one my friend actually told me about when we were just on a Discord call and I was just playing the game, and I'm like, dude, I feel like I've missed some corrupt creatures, and I'm like looking around and I'm trying to scroll the map. Like, you've got the filters here, which is another thing you guys might not know about, where you can turn everything off. But the clutch thing my mate told me was you can zoom out and the corrupt creatures still show up. So you can see there's one here that I haven't cleared. I left it here just for this demonstration. But the corrupt creatures, because they are so important, they give you extra hero essence, they give you that extra gear, they also give you the extra soul stones. They're absolutely fantastic, and I hate missing them. And I always like scrolled my map like this, trying to see if I missed any going through it. But they actually show up on max zoom, kind of like the rare chests. They show up at max zoom, which is an absolutely fantastic, easy way to get it. The next one, I think if you guys have not figured this out yet, this one will change your life, because this is a big complaint I see from a lot of people, and this was actually one that my guildmates told me about in the early days, and that one is world chat, because everyone hates world chat where it just pops up on the screen. If you hit the cog in the bottom left of the chat box, you can mute different channels. You can mute your world server, you can mute your, the world chat, the server chat, or the guild chat. I just normally go ahead and I mute world chat, and then I'm pretty happy days. I don't have to deal with any of that crap popping up. And it's really good, especially as a content creator, when you don't know what some idiot on the global chat is going to put that's going to then show up on your video. That was a huge one for me. Like I said, it is something that triggers a lot of people, I do know. So that is a good one. And the final tip is one that I think most people know about by now, but if you don't, this is a really clutch thing that can help you out, especially in early progression. I find I use it less later on because I ran out of time to be pushing the max limit. But basically it is using the synergy battles. This one I didn't know about through like the entire PTR. And then when global came, I'm like, what? We got these synergy battles that give us the where you can use an ally, like an extra unit. So it's these synergy battles. You can do proxy battles as well, which is other people can try and use your units to clear a stage. But these ones, you get to use it once a day, once in the world, and also once in AFK stages. You don't get to use it in Trial of Abyss, so I can't show it there. But you just put this call out, and basically people can lend you their units. And especially if you're new to the game watching this and you're just catching this video when you start, it is super clutch. If you get stuck on a stage and you're really trying to push AFK stages, this is so great for getting you through that and allowing you to push that bit further, maximize that AFK loot. It's a fantastic feature. It's more for sweaty tryhards, but like I said, it is a great feature in the game. I love that you get basically one free win every day. So if you get really stuck at a stage, just because it's one of those awkward stages that just doesn't work with your team, you can just easy clap it, and then maybe you can push another 10-20 stages. I think that is another fantastic feature. So that covers it. I think I went through 6 things, but those are the things that I have learned from either my guildmates, the comments section in YouTube, or one of them was just from my friend. But I love getting these random things that I didn't know in a game and then I figure them out, and it like blows your mind. I absolutely love it. Some of them super basic, but super helpful. The biggest one for me overall was that auto function. I didn't see anyone who knew about it. It was absolutely amazing when someone said that in the comments, and now everyone uses that auto function because it is an absolute lifesaver if you're trying to push on manual mode. But those are my top 5. It was actually 6, but top 5 sounds better for the title. Things that I wish I knew sooner in the game. Hopefully, if you're a new player, this can help you out, and hopefully if you are an existing player, if you didn't know one of these, let me know in the comments. But let's go ahead and finish this video off with, like I said, we have got our day 35 of login today, hoping for something good over here. For the Celestial, you know, we got my least priority choice on the Celestial first up. We did get a Rowan. Unfortunately, I got that Rowan the day after I summoned my first Rowan, which took me like 2 weeks to do. That sucked. We got an Igor, not too stressed. We got a Shakir, not too bad. Next one I want is a Carolina or an Iron. Those are the 2 I want the most. After those 2, so those 2 are my top priority. Then I want Smokey because I only need 1 copy for Supreme Plus. Then I would like a Thorin. And after that, I'd take a Cecilia, because if I get 1 more Cecilia, then I'll buy 1 copy from the arena shop. But besides that, I'm not going to buy her from the arena shop until I get the 1 copy of her from this. That is my play. So, let's see how we go. Randomizer. Boom. There it is. There it is. Cecilia is getting the buff on my account. I'm going to go straight away because literally I didn't want to buy 2 copies of her from the arena store. Because I knew I was eventually going to get that 1 copy, and you know, we're trying to min-max free to play, and I've got 26,000, and because I'm in Champion Arena, I do have access to these. But because of that, I will go ahead and purchase my 1 copy of Cecilia just to get her to that Supreme Plus, and then I'm pretty much probably going to save it just to buy out these every week as often as I can, because let's face it, these things are quite important if you can have access to more of them, because Cell Hypos are generally going to be like the stronger type units in the game. But there we go. That is going to be my first Supreme Plus character with that Cecilia. Once again, she's a great free-to-play character early on. From what I'm expecting, I'm not going to use her a ton once I push a bit higher in the Trial of Abyss. However, we do have new seasons coming, and I think she's going to be a fantastic season-pushing unit. So I'm super happy with that. That was a pretty good result overall. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.